Agnes and Ben had been married for many years. As time went by, they grew old together. But throughout all their years of marriage, one thing was missing: a child. They tried, they prayed, and they hoped, but no child came. Yet even with this, their love for each other never changed. Ben loved Agnes deeply, more than words could explain. He never made her feel bad for not giving him a child. In fact, he would often hold her hands, look into her eyes and say, "Agnes, it's true you didn't give me a child, but you gave me something even more precious: love, peace, and a home. You are a gift from heaven to me. I will love you until I die." Agnes, hearing these words from her husband, would smile with tears in her eyes. She felt blessed, even though the world mocked her. The bond between them was strong and unbreakable. Wherever Ben was, Agnes was there too. If you saw one, you would definitely see the other. They were always together, walking, talking, laughing, or just sitting quietly, enjoying each other's company. They never fought, and even if they had disagreements, it never lasted more than a few minutes. They would laugh it off and continue their day. Their love was simple, pure, and full of joy. But not everyone was happy for them. Whenever Agnes and Ben stepped out into the village, some villagers would look at Agnes with disgust. They would whisper and say cruel things like, "This woman must have used charms on her husband. How can he still love her when she didn't give him children? She has tied him with witchcraft. That's why he doesn't care about having a child." Some would even shout insults at her, calling her barren and useless. But Agnes never allowed those harsh words to enter her heart. She had something more powerful: the love of a good man. She would smile and keep walking, holding Ben's hand tighter, knowing he was her strength and peace. Ben also never allowed anyone to speak badly about his wife. He would always defend her, telling everyone, "Agnes is my wife, my joy, my peace. Child or no child, I will stand by her. I don't care what anyone says." Their home was filled with laughter, warmth, and love, even though it had no children's voices. It was a home where true companionship lived, where love was enough. To Ben, Agnes was not just a wife, she was a blessing. And to Agnes, Ben was not just a husband, he was her shield. Together, they showed the world that true love is not always about what you have, but about who you have. One day, something terrible happened. Ben fell very sick. It started slowly, but within a short time, his condition became very serious. Agnes, worried and scared, quickly rushed him to the hospital. Her heart was filled with fear, but she never showed it to Ben. Instead, she held his hand tightly and said, "You will be fine, my love. We've come this far together. You must get well. Our joy must be complete." Ben, weak but smiling through the pain, would look at her and whisper, "Don't cry, my queen. I'll be fine, I promise. For you, I'll fight to live." Day and night, Agnes never left his side. She refused to go home. She stayed at the hospital, sitting beside Ben, holding his hand, wiping his sweat, and praying with tears in her eyes. She prayed to God to heal the only man she ever loved. She barely ate. She barely slept. All she wanted was for Ben to rise from that hospital bed and come home with her. But one fateful morning, something happened that broke Agnes's heart forever. Ben took his last breath. He passed away quietly, holding her hand. A peaceful smile rested on his face, as if to say, "I love you, even in death." Agnes broke down. She screamed. She wailed. She wept like a child who had lost her mother. Her heart shattered into pieces. Her world turned dark. She couldn't imagine life without Ben. "How will I survive without him?" she cried. "He was my everything, my friend, my love, my world." The news of Ben's death spread quickly around the village. But instead of comforting Agnes, many villagers began to gossip cruelly. They gathered in groups, whispering and pointing fingers. Some said, "This woman is a witch. She used charms to keep him all these years, and now the charm has killed him." Others added, "She didn't give him a child, and now she has taken his life. She will not go unpunished. She must face the consequences." Agnes heard the whispers. She saw the way they looked at her. But she didn't have the strength to respond. Her pain was too deep. The man who loved her against all odds was gone. She sat by his grave every day, talking to him as if he could hear her. "Ben, they hate me now more than ever. But I don't care. You loved me when no one else did. You were my light, and now that you're gone, I will live each day with the love you left behind in my heart." Despite the pain and the cruel words of others, Agnes held on to the beautiful memories of their love. She knew that even in death, Ben's love for her remained. Their love was real, and even though death came between them, it could never erase what they shared. Before Ben could be buried, a shocking thing happened. The elders of the village called Agnes to a meeting. They sat in a circle, their faces full of anger and judgment. They accused her once again of using witchcraft to keep Ben and of killing him in the end. One of the elders stood and said, "If you are truly innocent, then you must prove it to us. You will drink the water used to wash your husband's dead body. If nothing happens to you, then you are free. But if you are guilty, the gods will strike you down." Agnes stood there, shaking with fear. Her heart was beating fast. Tears rolled down her face, but she knew she had nothing to hide. She loved Ben truly. She would never harm him. Slowly, with trembling hands, Agnes bent down and held the calabash of water. Just as she lifted it to her lips, something unbelievable happened. A strong wind blew across the village square. The people around began to panic. Then suddenly, Ben appeared before all of them. His body shined bright like light from the sun. His voice was calm but powerful. "Leave my wife alone," he shouted. "Agnes is innocent. She loved me with her whole heart. She never hurt me, not even once. I was the happiest man on earth because of her. Do not harm her." The elders screamed in fear. Some fell to the ground, others ran into the bush shouting. The entire village scattered. No one had ever seen anything like that before. When the dust settled, Agnes stood there, alone, holding the calabash. She dropped it gently, her face covered in tears, but this time, it was tears of relief. The very next day, she buried her beloved Ben in peace. She placed fresh flowers on his grave and whispered, "Rest well, my love. Thank you for protecting me even in death." After the burial, something unexpected happened. A rich man, who had come to the village for a land inspection, saw Agnes sitting alone by the roadside. She looked tired and broken. He stopped to speak with her, and was touched by her story. He couldn't believe how such a kind-hearted woman had suffered so much. Out of pity and respect for her strength, the man decided to help her. He flew her abroad and gave her a new life, a comfortable home, peace of mind, and freedom from the people who once called her a witch. Agnes couldn't believe what was happening. She would kneel every morning, raise her hands to the sky, and say, "Thank you, God. You took my pain and gave me peace. You took my tears and gave me joy." Though she missed Ben deeply, she carried his love in her heart every single day. She lived quietly, peacefully, and thankfully, always remembering the man who loved her till death, and even beyond. Moral lessons. 1. True love is not based on what a person gives you, but how they love you. 2. Even in pain, kindness and loyalty will always speak for you. 3. The world may judge you, but truth will always find a way to defend you. 4. Never repay evil with evil. Leave your battles for God. 5. Real love lives on, even after death. Thank you message to my viewers. Thank you so much for watching this powerful story. I hope it touched your heart the same way it touched mine. If you believe in true love, justice, and the strength of a woman's heart, then please, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. There are many more emotional and inspiring stories coming your way. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss any of our touching stories. Thank you, and stay with us, where real stories come to life.